If you own a home or are the responsible occupier, such as a tenant, you will have a duty to maintain the property. So why do we bother? We need to keep the weather out, we seek to retain our comfort standards, we may simply wish to follow the latest trends, we may wish to retain our home's resale value. Whatever the reasons, the fact is we must all make decisions. How we make those decisions is a personal matter and is often based on available funds rather than practical needs or common sense. Let me introduce myself. I'm Stuart Parrett. I look at housing for you, and I know a lot of professionals who can help you all around England. I'm a registered valuer, a chartered surveyor, an expert witness, a thermal imager. In other words, I'm a residential property expert. Always have been. I'm not a jack of all trades. I am the Operations Director of Inspection 4 Limited and the owner of Hampshire-based Chartered Surveyors Pro-Inspect Consultancy. Owners tend to think of alterations and extensions rather than be proactive about general maintenance and matters such as having to replace the boiler or rewire the property. Therefore, the one service that English home owners do not usually request, advice on maintenance and improvements, can be very damaging to the investment value of their home, the asset that is usually their main financial asset. Inspection 4 and our premium level service seek to change this status quo and act as your in-house survey department and property advisor. It's quite simple. For a small upgrade on the survey fee, we can act as your property advisor throughout the years you stay at any particular property. We can help you with advice during your divorce, creation of wills or family trusts, advice on loft conversions, conservatories, extensions, and most other types of alterations and improvement, or simply on what repairs you should do. We can help diagnose subsidence, damp, condensation, woodworm, decay, and even report on whether the roof is adequate for installation of solar panels and all things Green Deal. Let's not forget good old climate change and other trends that create an increased risk of flooding and subsidence. Let's not forget that often homeowners ill-advisedly talk to insurance companies before taking an opinion from a property professional. This is several major inherent risks that could rebound on you, the homeowner. Chartered surveyors add value, but they can only do this if you talk to us. I often see perfect homes, but which are overextended and reached a valuation ceiling way before the majority of those costs were expended. Therefore, improvement costs will never translate into a correspondingly increased capital value. Owners have wasted thousands of pounds, and all for the lack of taking basic advice from a surveyor and valuer of real experience. I often see alterations that are completely inappropriate and non-compliant. When the home is sold, the buyer's surveyor will create massive problems for these people. Also consider that an inexperienced seller can easily be fooled into over-assessing the value of their home. And for this reason, a proportion of estate agent asking prices are seriously overcooked. Are you competent to make such judgments? Lastly, you bought and sold, you have improved and altered it, but at some point you are stopped in your tracks as somebody along that timeline has been negligent. This disadvantages you massively. Perhaps bad advice from your legal advisor, builder, valuer, surveyor. You need to consider taking legal action because of these problems. Who do you turn to? This is a subject in its own right, and I suggest you view our litigation support and home protection video for your answer. But we can definitely help you. Welcome to my world. A simple chat with an experienced surveyor could be the most effective investment you'll ever make. Misdiagnosis costs home owners thousands of pounds every year. Don't let it be you. House, flat valuations and surveys, protection, diagnosis, litigation aid services. This is our stock in trade. If you need advice and opinion, consider us your in-house property expert team. Surveyors add value to your life if you let them. Talk to us.